Hello, my love, and welcome back to another episode of Mornings with Fer. My name is Fernanda Davila, and I am here to help you kickstart your day with the best energy, motivation, and encouragement. If you do like this morning show, please make sure to subscribe and share it out to one of your friends. That is going to help me so very much in getting my name out there and becoming the best podcast that I can possibly bring to you guys. Today we're going to be diving into ways to stop procrastinating and being so damn lazy. We all deal with this. Most of the time it's not that you need energy or coffee. All you need is to find your passion, something that drives you and gives you that energy to continue showing up and doing what you love. It's going to be so much easier for you to jump out of bed and start your day because you are excited for your day. You are looking forward to the things that you have to do and you also want to do. It really sucks to have a long ass to-do list and 9 out of the 10 things that you have to do, you're not happy doing them. You don't enjoy doing them. Stop forcing yourself to do things that you don't want to do. If you're working your ass off for that promotion to become manager, then you look at the district manager and the regional manager, and no matter how hard you work, you never really want to get those positions because they are not really your calling. You're just not aligned with the universe. You need to find something that makes you happy, and it'll be so much easier to stay motivated and stop making so many damn excuses. For example, I used to work in sales before I was at K Jewelers when I used to live in Florida. No matter how hard I worked, I could always climb the corporate ladder. The question is, do I see myself doing that in 3 years, in 5 years, in 10 years? No, if that's not my calling, then what the hell am I doing? Why am I wasting my time continuing to show up frustrated, demotivated, and overwhelmed every single day? In that case, what do I have to do? I have to take action. I started looking for another job, and that is when I came across a family-owned private jewelers, which is one of the best jewelers in Florida, and they are amazing. I started working there, but same thing happened. I look at the corporate ladder, which on top of everything was a family-owned business. I was never gonna make it to the top more than maybe a manager. Could I make really good money? Yes, I could. But the problem there, that is also not my calling. Once again, now that I do my morning show and my podcast, I get to inspire, motivate, encourage people every single day. I am giving you guys tools to keep bettering your life. Now I'm becoming a life coach. All these things, I feel like it's my calling. They make me happy to show up and do this every single day. Nobody said it would be easy, but it sure as hell is worth it to show up and believe in yourself. Keep doing what you know you have the potential to do. In the beginning, it's going to be very hard. People are not going to believe in you. You have to believe in yourself, because if not, you are shit out of luck and you are not going to continue pushing yourself. When you find your calling, whatever it is that drives you, it's going to be so much easier to not be lazy about it because the universe will give you that energy. You're going to stop procrastinating because you're excited to wake up every single morning and get a little bit closer to those goals and dreams. You have to understand that when you're doing things, they're supposed to be giving you energy, not draining you. It doesn't matter how many cups of coffee or how many Red Bulls you drink in a day. If you hate what you do, you're never going to naturally have the energy to keep pushing yourself to do it a little bit more. Sometimes I catch myself working overtime, in quotes, because I love what I do. And there is a big difference between feeling exhausted but very happy that you work your ass off and you gave it your all. And it's very different that you feel happy and fulfilled even if you're exhausted. Even when you pick up a sport, for example, you are super tired, but you had such a good time that you get home and you're like, oh my God, what a day. I am exhausted, but I had the best damn day. On the other hand, you could just be working a 9 to 5. You're sitting in an office. You're not very active physically, and you get home and you're drained. You're exhausted. Not because you're physically tired, but because you're mentally tired, because the universe is not giving you energy to do that, because you don't like what you do. You don't enjoy what you continue showing up to do every single day. And that's really sad. Figure out what it is that is your passion, what drives you, what keeps you going. Try to find ways to transition the things that make you happy into the things that you can do every single day because you love doing them. What if you're not in harmony with what you're meant to be doing? What if you have never even found your purpose yet? What if you don't even know what your passion is in life, but you keep doing the same damn thing every single day, expecting change, but not changing anything? Find a way to sync with your passion and your actions will come effortlessly. That is when you will feel less lazy and you will have less excuses and you won't be procrastinating so much because you're gonna love what you do. Everything in the world works with alignment. The universe needs to be aligned. The stars, the sky, the cells, everything needs to be aligned. But if you are not aligned, it doesn't matter that the entire universe is aligned. Nothing in your world will make sense and you will continue to have excuses and you will continue to be lazy or feel lazy because the thing that you're doing, you're forcing yourself to do, and it's never going to give you the type of a positive energy that the universe can provide you with if you find your passion. But you have to start stepping out of your comfort zone. When you are misaligned with the universe and you don't know what your purpose is, that is draining and it is exhausting. But when you are aligned, the universe is the one that is providing you with the energy to continue showing up, whether it's a sport that you really love or a crazy goal and dream that you want to continue pursuing. Those are the things that will continue to drive you even when times get tough. When I started doing my morning show and now my podcast, if the first thing I told myself and I kept drilling it into my brain, this is going to be so hard, I cannot do this, oh my God, what am I thinking, why would I even try? Then of course, the negativity that I am putting out into the universe is just so insanely powerful that it is going to be so much harder for me than it's supposed to be for me to start doing my morning show or my podcast. Instead, what did I do? I kept telling myself, and I continue telling myself till today, I'm going to have the best damn morning show and the best podcast. I'm a beginner. I got this. I'm gonna let all my good and positive energy get transmitted from me to you through my morning show and my podcast. Am I gonna get better every single day as I continue showing up? Yes. Am I gonna continue telling myself, this is not hard, this is easy, I got good things take time, I got time, let's freaking go, keep pushing? Yes, that is all that I can do. I can either talk myself up and hype myself up, or I can talk myself down and discourage myself to not even try to live my best life. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you tried something new, that you stepped out of your comfort zone? If you're still lost in the world and you don't know what your purpose is or your passion is, but you don't try new things, you don't try different things, you don't try anything that makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable because you're new and you're at least giving it a shot, then it's gonna be really hard for you to start feeling change in your life if you don't start taking action today. When was the last time that you traveled? And I'm not saying, oh my God, pack your shit and go to Europe. That would be wonderful. But I'm saying travel to a new place, a different city, something that gets you out of your comfort zone, but that also gives you the opportunity to find yourself and see what really makes you happy, what gives you energy, instead of draining you with things that you have to do. Do something because it makes you happy. Again, stop making yourself do things that you're not even supposed to be doing. The universe can't talk, but it sure as hell shows you a lot of signs. You just have to be willing to listen. If you need some energy, motivation, encouragement, show up to Mornings with Fair on TikTok, 6 a.m. PST, Monday through Friday. That is where I stream live and you get a chance to engage with the community and become a part of the morning show. It's a beautiful thing because you can become a part of a community of very supportive, positive, encouraging people that hang out every single morning together. It's pretty much a date. So I really encourage you to give it a shot. The link is in my bio. If not, you can just look me up, Mornings with Fair. And it's okay that you haven't discovered your purpose yet. But now that you're aware of the situation and you know you haven't discovered your purpose yet, please start trying to change things up a little bit and start taking chances. Start trying new, different things that can at least give you a little bit of a window for you to discover yourself and see what really makes you happy, so you're not lazy anymore. You will have the energy that the universe gives you because you freaking love what you do. It's okay not to know, but it is not okay to not do anything about it. Try something new. Maybe that's your passion. And on top of everything, if you can make your passion a way that you can monetize from, you are going to be one of the happiest people out there because you are chasing the goals and dreams. If you like to make jewelry, for example, and you find a way to monetize selling it online at a farmer's market, at whatever it is, that you can slowly build an audience that will continue to shop from you, that is incredible, and that can also change your life. Why are you not going to be lazy and not procrastinate to continue showing up to make jewelry every day? Because you're doing something that you love, and now you get to see money coming back to you because of doing something that actually drives you. This leads us to the happiness blueprint. Write down all the things that make you happy, literally everything from family to ice cream, puppies, you name it. If it makes you happy, make a list. And then every single day, when you know the things that you have to do, make sure you throw some of the things that make you happy on the very top of the list. And that is a very good way to continue focusing on the things that make you happy, at least on the daily life. There are so many days that you can think back and you did not do one thing that made you happy. You did not do one thing that you didn't have to do. We live our lives in such a crazy way. Days keep going by and you keep doing things that you have to do, and you are drowning, and you're not really doing things that make you happy. You're not doing things that get you a little closer to your goals. You're doing things to continue surviving, and that is not the game plan. That is why I have Mornings with Fer, and I'm here to remind you every single day to try and better yourself a tiny bit. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you. I'm not saying anything is wrong with me. I am saying that there is always room for improvement. There's always room to get a little bit better at what we do. And don't lie to yourself. Recently, I've been in contact with a few life coaches to see which path I'm going to be taking, because I am becoming a life coach myself. And number one rule is stop fooling yourself, stop lying to yourself, and stop sugarcoating things. Because if you're not honest with yourself, it doesn't matter if you're honest with everybody else. You are the most important person in your life, and you have to start taking accountability and responsibility for your things and your actions. I'm about to wrap up this beautiful podcast, but before I go, I do want to share 5 questions with you guys. And this is a Japanese phrase that means your reason for being. This phrase hits hard because if you don't know your reason for being, then what the hell are we doing? And I mean it in the best way. If every single day you wake up and you don't know what your purpose is, what legacy you're trying to leave behind, then how do you find the inspiration, the motivation, the energy to continue pushing yourself? Especially when life just happens and you feel like it's the worst day ever. That's when you come to realize that when people say time flies when you're having a good time, and time goes by super slow when you're doing something that you hate. Like when you clock into your job and you keep looking at the clock, it seems like the time doesn't go by because you don't want to be there. But when you're having fun with your kids outside on vacation, the time flies by because you are enjoying yourself. When you realize that that's in your control and you can just start doing a lot more things that make you happy, and you don't mind that the days go by because every single day is the best day of your life, that is when things start to change and you are on the right track to living your best life. I'm gonna leave you with these 5 questions. So if you wanna write these down, I highly encourage you to, because once you have all of these 5 lined up, you are gonna notice a significant change in your life. Number 1 is, what do you love? And that can mean literally anything. And one of these days I'll do another podcast or a morning show and we can recap on all of these questions. But make sure you write and answer this to yourself, and don't lie to yourself. That's one of the most important parts. Number 2, what are you good at? When you find something that you're good at, it is gonna be so much easier for you to effortlessly get better at it every single day because you're already good. Number 3, what can you be paid for? One of the episodes I've posted recently was finding 5 types of hobbies. One of those are something that you can monetize from. So if you can find one thing that you're really good at and you can make money from it, that is definitely a game changer. And answer yourself, what are you good at? And sit down, take your time and write down a couple things. What are you good at? Number 4, what does the world need? I feel like the world needs Mornings with Fer. Why? Because it brings positivity, energy, encouragement, good vibes. That is how I found myself. I found my passion, my purpose about 6 months ago. I'm 28, and it doesn't matter your age. Once you finally realize what your purpose is in this life, it is going to be so much easier for you to continue showing up and pursuing those things. So find something that the world needs. Pretty much, what can you bring to the table? And last but most importantly, number 5, what are you interested in learning or doing more of? Whether that's a hobby or reading, whatever it is that you want to learn more about, something that you are geeking out and getting better at. I am personally trying to read more. That is something that I'm trying to do on my spare time, and it has been making a very big difference in my day-to-day life. I'm trying to read more and develop my personal growth. Why? Because it's helping me become a better version of myself, and it's also helping me with my life coaching experience. Once you find a way to align all 5 of these, then you are going to notice that you are all set and you are going to see a very positive impact. And I will leave you with this. Make it your mission to be a little bit better than you were yesterday, and you're already halfway to becoming the best version of yourself. Time flies when you're having a good time. So this is it for me, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Mornings with Fer. It is always a pleasure to hang out with you. If you love this podcast, please make sure to subscribe, share it out to a friend, comment below, give us a review. This helps my podcast so much with getting pushed out there, so I do appreciate it immensely. All the best to you guys. Have an amazing long weekend, and I'll catch you on my next episode.